everyone, my name is Therese Laxon, and I'm here at the Collider studio with the cast of Rings of Power. I'm very excited to speak with them. They've got a season 2 coming up this fall. So guys, how's your con been?
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Great so far.
Loving
so much
it.
fun.
Loving it.
Well, I saw the trailer. I'm obsessed. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what we're up against. My first question, Morfydd, is for you. What type of challenge is Galadriel up against now that Sauron has revealed himself? And what are we going to see as far as that goes?
Yeah, she's got to rebuild her idea of herself and kind of Middle-earth's idea of herself. She's really messed up. I really feel for her. Yeah, and she's got to decide who she's going to be in this new dark world.
Okay, and I have to ask, are we going to get to see any scenes of you and Charlie together? Because I know when those scenes came out, everybody was freaking out. I mean, the reveal was shocking, but also like the scenes you had together. I mean, I didn't want to go there, but yes, the chemistry was off the charts.
I mean, you'll have to wait and see. But you know, they're great enemies, so hopefully. Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. And Ben, you know, the elves, I feel like, are up against it. How are we going to see the elves face off against this new enemy, I guess, in Sauron? Because he's obviously infiltrating this entire group, and he's becoming, you know, friends with Celebrimbor. There are rings being made. Can you tease a little bit about that?
Well, there are points in history when peacetime breaks down and the gloves come off. If you know the literature, you know what's coming. And the thing I like about the king is that he plays the political chess as long as he can, and then he gets Aglos out from under his bed.
Okay. We also see a pretty large like battle sequence with Elrond facing off against some orcs, I believe, along with the elves. Can you tease anything about that and why we're seeing them pick up arms?
Well, they're orcs. I mean, you know, and they got all together and they've got weapons. I can't. The answer is I can't.
I respect that you tried, though.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're orcs.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
They're bad. They're bad guys.
Yeah.
Very naughty.
Daniel, you know, as the stranger, I feel like the biggest question with him was, who is he? Who is he really? Are we going to get a finite answer this season? Or are we still going to leave it kind of like,
Well, I've only been recently realizing this, but the thing that I'm really going for now is the fact that we already know who he is. We've all watched him season 1. He was nothing when he arrived. He'd literally no memory from before that. And we've seen everything that he's been. So actually, of all the characters we've seen so far, I think we know him best. Do we need his name at this point? I don't know.
I would like to know his name.
Yeah, we do.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
That one didn't work. Okay, fine. I'll take that.
And we see you in some scenes with Rory Kinnear, who is playing Tom Bombadil. I think any book fan probably jumped for joy when they heard about that casting news. Can you talk a little bit about those scenes that you guys share together and how they are?
Yeah. I remember the first time, I think you read the script before I did. And when Tom Bombadil came in, and you said to me, I'm so excited.
I mean, he's such a jolly fellow.
Yeah.
Just love to see it.
He's what I like about those scenes is that in season 1, the stranger was sort of trying to understand this power that was around him and the energy that was around him, and it largely had consequences for the communities he was within. They had to react to it. But in this scenario, it's Tom Bombadil who's got the power and the energies and knows how to wield them, and suddenly the stranger is having to be responsive and reactive, and we've never seen him in that territory before. So it's going to be quite exciting to see how the stranger feels when suddenly the boot's on the other foot. You know, Tom Bombadil is full of mischief. He is enigmatic and he is whimsical, and he sings.
That's great.
So you know.
And you get like actual lines this season, too.
Actual literal
It's been
lines.
very tiring for him.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting for everybody else. Yeah, but it's great to be able to open my mouth and say something. Yeah.
And Megan. So last season we saw with the Harfoots, I mean, obviously the stranger coming into their lives kind of like upended everything and caused probably the most chaos they felt in like since their existence began.
Yes.
Can you tease a little bit about what we're going to see Poppy face in this season?
I think the biggest thing that Poppy will face is her own personal growth. There's a lovely sort of journey that continues that you sort of have seen from season 1 already. And that really continues quite seamlessly throughout season 2. And there's areas of her life as well that she hasn't even had the opportunity to explore before, that are being explored on screen, which is something that I really love, that the audience gets to experience her life with her. And I mean, alongside that, they're walking in Hrun, which is like desert land, and it's absolutely terrifying. It's completely uncharted territory, and it feels like the rules that she knows, like the secular rules of the Harfoot community, have been completely abandoned, of course. They're in completely new lands, and they don't know the rules. And she's the one who's leading the way. She's map reading. So that's an enormous weight to carry on her shoulders, alongside being chased by terrifying beings.
It's all on you, Pops.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
You're like the Google Maps of Middle
Yes,
Earth.
and I rely a lot on Google Maps. So, I mean...
You should launch an app. That'd be
Hey
cool.
Siri, how do I get out of Rune?
Yeah.
I love
It's
that.
Hey Poppy, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Hey Poppy,
Not
yeah.
Siri.
Thank you.
So I have a general question for you guys. If you could use one word to describe this season to the fans who are waiting for it, what word would you use?
Thirsty.
Oh,
Thirsty.
I was going with hot, but then I thought it was hot, which
In like
makes me thirsty. Which maybe... Yeah. Next person.
in like a desert way or
In a
like an
desert
attractive?
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Oh, is it?
Ooh, the stranger's
Oh, no. Tell me about this.
thirsty.
Oh, is this a thing?
This is a thing.
I've already
thing.
got into trouble for my
You're
British
a
mic
meme
drop.
now.
And
Yeah.
now
Sorry,
I'm so
Daniel.
sorry.
Well-
I didn't know about that. Crikey.
Manic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Creepy.
Oh.
There's a great Elvish word, which is grach, which means crap. like rats. Like everything's going wrong. Grach. And I think that's a good word.
I'm glad it doesn't mean like actual crap, which I was like, that does
It
not
means
bode well for
thirsty.
you.
Take the mick out of Daniel.
Dear.
So now that we're at Comic-Con and everybody's got, a costume on, if you were to roam the floor, roam among the masses, the plebeians, so to speak, what costume would you put on to avoid being stopped? Or what costume have you always wanted to put on? Doesn't have to be Lord of the Rings related. It could be
Mandalorian.
anything.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
It'd be hot, but I respect that.
Oh, it's worth it. Do you mean like
I've seen a
thirsty
lot of them
hot
and
or
I'm like,
just
wow.
You mean temperature? Got it.
Yeah.
I mean... Sorry, don't have anything yet.
I feel like
Still
I
coming
feel
to
like
me.
Galadriel's armor is when she goes into battle. For me, when I saw it, was just like I could get into wearing that. So I'd love to dress up as a sort of soldier. Go into battle.
You'd cosplay as Galadriel.
Well, I think her armor is the best, isn't it?
It is.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it
It's
is
debatable. It's
beautiful.
debatable.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Agree to
I feel
disagree.
like something inflatable. They're always quite fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever that might be. But yeah, I always think that they're just quite fun. And they always sort of, I don't know, I just think they're great.
Okay, I love that. Morfydd, do you have?
I dress up as Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
Oh, wow, deep cut. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Be very difficult.
That's
You
an
used your
amazing
time well.
answer.
Yeah.
You really thought about it. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I'd be, like Princess Peach or something. But no, okay. Respect it. Well, I really want to thank you guys for speaking with me. I can't wait for this new season to come. That trailer was like, I was like, okay, I'm officially hyped for this show now. Thank you so much for speaking with us. And yeah, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more Collider interviews.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.